Pergolide monotherapy has been initiated. What is pergolide? Anybody remember? It's a dopamine agonist. It's given in Parkinsonism. Pergolide monotherapy is initiated. The dose prescribed by the doctor is as follows: 5 mcg at night on day 1, 5 mcg BD on days 2 to 4, and so on. And you are dispensing 50 mcg tablets. So how many 50 mcg tablets you will dispense to complete this 12-day prescription therapy? So the patient is given a 12-day therapy, and you have 50 mcg tablet, and the doctor has prescribed like this. Okay. 50 mcg tablet we are giving. So on day 1, the patient is going to take 50 mcg at night. Right? So how many tablet it would be? 1 tab. And 50 mcg on day 2 to 4. 50 mcg BD. So that means how many tablets the patient is taking here in one day? 2 tablets. But 2 tablets times how many days? Day 2, day 3, day 4. So there are 3 days. So 2 tablets the patient is taking on 3 days. That will make 6 tabs. Right? Now here, 150 mcg BD. How many 50 mcg tablets? 3 tablets twice a day, which means 6 tablets. 6 tablets the patient is taking on day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. So 6 tablets the patient is taking for 4 days. 24 tablets. Next, 250 mcg BD, how many tablets are there? 5 tablets twice a day? So 10 tablets on day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12 for 4 days. So that's another 40 tablets. How many tablets in total? Just add this up. 1, 6, 24, 40. We move on. You need to pay attention here. Many times I've seen that students make wrong. This is very simple calculation, but students make mistakes here that they forget how many. They cannot work out how many tablets are there. 250 mcg BD or 150 mcg BD. So just be careful when you're calculating. A child 18 months old has been prescribed chlorpheniramine 1 milligram BD for 2 days following a reaction to bee sting. So it's for the allergic reaction. What volume of chlorpheniramine liquid would be supplied to cover this prescription? Chlorpheniramine syrup is available is 2 milligram per 5 ml. So that's the strength of the syrup available. The patient has been prescribed 1 milligram BD for 2 days. So that means 1 milligram BD means 2 milligrams. For 2 days, that means 4 milligrams. So in total, the patient will be given 4 milligrams. And because we have to find out what volume of the chlorpheniramine will be supplied to the patient for the prescription. Prescription is for 2 days. So 2 milligram 2 times 2, 4 days. So for a 4 milligram total prescription, from the strength of the suspension, we know 2 milligrams is present in 5 mils. So 4 milligrams will be present in 10 mils. So we need to give patient 10 mils to complete the 2-day treatment. Okay, a female patient has been prescribed 1 gram of ceftazidime every 24 hours. How many vials of ceftazidime 500 milligram would need to be supplied to cover 3-day treatment? So the ceftazidime vial is 500 milligram vial. The patient is receiving 1 gram 24 hours, which means 1 day. 3 days will be 3 grams. And each vial is 500, so you need to give 6 vials. A patient uses 3 ml pre-filled disposable injection device of insulin glargine, which is 100 units per ml, to deliver the daily dose of 28 units. So in one day, the patient is taking 28 units. Assuming that the patient, the first time the patient starts using the new pen, he wastes 8 units to prime that. You know, when the patients start using the insulin pen, the new pen, they have to prime it, like they have to waste a few doses to make sure that the doses are coming out properly out of the pen. So whenever he starts using the new pen, he wastes 8 units to prime it. Calculate how many 3 ml injection devices will be required to provide 12 weeks of therapy. So just imagine that this is a 3 ml insulin pen, and the concentration of it is 100 units per ml. So that means how many units are present in one? 300 units. So 300 units are present in one pen. But whenever this patient starts using the pen, he wastes 8 units. So for this patient, just imagine that every pen will have 290 units. Because whenever he starts using the new pen, he wastes 8 units. So we assume that now for this patient, every pen has 290 units. So 290 units present in one pen, and the patient uses 28 units in one day. So how many days will this pen take to finish? Very easy. 10 days. Just by 292 divided by 28. So it's almost 10 days. Is everybody with me so far? So one pen, this patient will finish in 10 days. But we have to give this patient 12-week therapy, 12-week treatment. So first of all, how many days are in 12 weeks? 84 days. So we have to give this patient the supply for 84 days. So how many pens you will give to this patient? 8 and 9 pens. That's the correct answer. So you will give to this patient 9 pens. Okay. So everybody understand that? 84 day supply, patient is using 1 pen per 10 days. Okay, so in order to complete 84, you will give 9 pens. Okay, a patient has been prescribed IV gentamicin dose at 80 milligram 3 times a day for 5 days. Using standard injection of gentamicin, how many 2 ml ampules you would give for 1 day treatment? So the patient is given 80 milligram 3 times a day for 5 days. So 80 times 3 is 240 milligrams for 5 days. So the patient is actually in 1 day is taking 240 milligrams. So I will stop there. I will not multiply it with 5 because I have to work out only 1 day treatment. In 1 day, the patient is receiving 240 milligrams. The strength of the solution is 40 milligrams per ml. So if 40 milligrams is present in 1 ml, 240 milligrams will be present in 6 mils. So that means in one day, the patient will need 6 mils of gentamicin. Each ampule has 2 mils. So how many ampules I will give for 1 day treatment? 3 ampules.